sponsors. Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show with local celebrity hosts Steve-O and Rene. Sit back each week while Steve-O and Rene educate you with live in-studio experts, such as lawyers, doctors, home improvement, and financial experts in their field. Call in and have your questions answered each week at 888-565-1470. Now, here is Steve-O and Rene with today's expert in their field.
Hey, good afternoon. How about just Steve-O minus Rene? So we're just going to have a dead serious show today. No laughs from Rene. Welcome. We have got an incredible show, both first 30 minutes and the second 30 minutes. My first show, which is kind of a sad subject, but we have such a great company that does this. It kind of eases the tensions. We're doing a tax relief show, and I'm telling you, we have the top taxation relief company, not just here in Florida, but throughout the United States. We have a company by the name of Taxation Solutions, and our client who does the show is not only a client, he's become a friend of the show. Let's welcome Mr. Barry Fowler. Hi, Barry. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, there you go.
Today?
Hey, very blessed today. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Now, I need to correct you. This is not a sad topic today.
Tell me.
This is actually an exciting topic today.
You're absolutely right. You're the doctor here.
That's right. And we just got a offer accepted on a $1.5 million debt for $22,000.
Now, Barry, how can you sleep doing that to our wonderful government? I mean, seriously. That is amazing.
Did I leave you speechless already today?
Actually, it does. In fact, Renee's not even saying anything. She's so speechless. Oh, that's because she's not here today. How long have you been working on that?
We've been doing it for about a year and a half. So it's actually moved through pretty quick. It was very difficult to get the IRS and the government to accept what we were offering, but we had good justification for it.
They didn't have the money.
When it came down to it, they had to accept what we were offering.
Wow. I wonder if they checked with Obama.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. Our client's not really happy because they really wanted it lower.
No way. Barry, please tell me. You're kidding me. Please. How do you get...
So, we were still working on getting it lower, but we've got that accepted.
You've got to be kidding me.
No. Everything's relative. I mean, every client that we deal with wants the lowest possible deal, and that's what we work for. We work to settle every one of our clients at the lowest amount possible.
We need to have everybody watch our show now, not just listen to it. They can go to your website at www.taxationsolutions.net, and voila, there we are. You can actually watch us, and if you have to get up during the show and you're going to miss some, man, you can go back and watch all of our shows, and there's just such great information, and the way you explain it to people, I had a family member said, wow, it's just... the way Barry delivers what his company could do, it doesn't sound like he's over-delivering or under-delivering. You just tell them how it is.
Yeah, well, we just work it. Our job is to take the information that our clients give us and put it in the best possible light. But the biggest job we have is to defend them from the IRS. And we get a lot of people that go, okay, we hired your company and I still got to deal with the IRS. No. Don't even talk to them. Carry my business card, because every client that signs with us gets a welcome packet. They'll get their tax attorney's business card. They'll get their enrolled agent's business card. And all they've got to do is say, I have got Barry Fowler on my side. Here is his number. He is my representative. You call him today. And we take care of the rest.
You're saying call Barry Fowler. People don't even know that you are a national company. You have offices all over the United States.
38 offices across the country, 5 of them right there in Florida. I was just working in Orlando just the other day. Matter of fact, I was on the radio Saturday.
Yes, you were. Hey, tell us about the company. Give us the company background, how you started the company.
Well, We founded this company based on just a need. We have clients calling us here, locally, asking for our help, and so we set it up to help those clients to settle their tax debts and get the IRS off their back. It's been an interesting, good number of years that we've been doing it, and interesting experiences. And
you ever think about how many people you've helped over the years?
No, matter of fact, I get that question every now and then, and I really want to go back and look at it, but I'm really afraid to give a total and say, hey, we just took the government for X number of dollars, and I don't think they want us to get that out.
Yeah, really. Your company, Taxation Solutions, is actually recognized as one of the top tax resolution companies, again, not just here in Florida, but throughout the United States.
Yes, and I have been recognized as one of America's premier experts in tax and tax relief. We do this as our passion. A question we had just the other day in Orlando was, why do you do this? You're sitting on the radio on a Saturday afternoon. Actually, it was a Saturday morning.
When you could be with your son watching his baseball game.
And I was watching my son's baseball game while I was on the radio.
I told you.
Isn't that passion for what you do?
You've got to love what you do to do that.
105 heat index. I'm on the radio talking and watching baseball. It was a great combination of both. I love to watch my son play baseball, and I love to be talking and helping people across the country with their tax problem. And that's why we've put the company together, and we've built it to be what it is with 38 offices around the country.
Barry, I'm going to tell you something. We normally start the show off telling what you can do for people, but I want to do a little bit different today. Let's start off by giving people the scare news, the news that everybody sometimes wants to bury their head. Tell people what the IRS can do to them if they just let this go.
Well, the bigger question is, what can the IRS not do?
Yes, that's right.
Them? They are the biggest, largest collection agency, I would say, in the world. Their whole job is only do one thing, and that is to get taxpayers' money. They may tell you, hey, I'm here to help you. Hey, I'm your friend. Let me help you get these payments to the IRS so that you will get rid of your tax debt. Well, all those right there, everything's centered around give me your money. And then when they ask you that seemingly innocent question, hey, what do you have in your bank account? Where are your bank accounts? Well, they just are doing discovery work, meaning now they have that roadmap to everything you own, every bank account you have, and how much money you have, your retirement accounts, and everything else. Those were the seemingly innocent questions until the next month they levy your bank account.
And if they don't have if you don't have a representative like Taxation Solutions, what happens next?
They go after it. They go after everything. They will go after your home. They'll go after your business. They will go after your retirement plans. Everything's open game for them.
It's got to be a nightmare.
Exactly. When you have Taxation Solutions, we try to make it not be such a nightmare. We try to get the IRS off your back. We get working with them. We do a lot of things that will do temporary fixes until we can get to the final solution. As long as our clients are willing to work with us and they provide us the information, we can control the IRS and control what the IRS is doing to you. But that's the big thing. Our clients have to be willing to work with us, give us the information. The reason we ask our questions is to find out how to protect you, not how to take your money for the IRS. And we only have to give so much information to the IRS to get us to the end result. A lot of it seems like there's a lot of detail behind it, but we ask for the details so that we can put a better plan together.
Now, once they hire you, the IRS cannot call the individual anymore for information?
The IRS they're not supposed to. We do find every now and then that there is some agents who will still make that phone call and try to intimidate and call our clients. But we teach our clients right from the beginning that is, if they ever call, you turn around and give them our phone number. And you tell them, call 786-600-4351 and ask for Mr. Fowler, and he will talk to you. He's my representative, and then hang up the phone.
I can just see the agent now
Hang
going,
up the phone.
"That darn Barry Fowler again. He's always getting in my way." But actually, that's what happens. I mean, I'm sure they would try to call you and go around you.
Yeah, and
intimidate.
by law, they're not supposed to. So it feeds into our advantage if maybe the revenue officer does. But the one thing we need to get clear and everything with our clients from the get-go is we don't want you talking to the IRS because it interferes with our negotiations and what we're working on. Remember, we talked about that seemingly innocent question. Well, when they're dealing with the taxpayer and they ask that seemingly innocent question and you answer it, whether you answer it right or wrong, if you've answered it wrong and we need to go back, they take the taxpayer's word as gospel. And now I've got to fight the IRS agent to prove that, hey, what our client said wasn't truly 100% factual. They just misconstrued your question. So that's why we don't like our clients talking to the IRS. They get in the middle of those negotiations. We may be settling an installment agreement for a very low amount, and you get in there and say something about, yeah, today I've got $1,000 in my bank account. Okay, I want that.
That'll be sucked up right away. That's, and it's so important. I mean, I can't imagine someone who's being harassed by the IRS. I mean, how do they sleep at night? Because I know those guys are very good at what they do, aren't they?
Very good at what they do. Most of our clients are calling us and coming to us because, the IRS has been hounding them. The amount of letters that the IRS sends out to the taxpayers for even some of the smallest amounts, it's incredible. But when you owe them $10,000 or more, they're pursuing you every day, and you see the letters that come through. Now, imagine this. We've got thousands of clients that we deal with across the country, and I'm on almost everybody's power of attorney. So if there's ever a major issue or major problem, I can get on the phone and talk to the IRS on behalf of all of our clients across the country. But I receive most of the letters just the same as they do, which means I'm getting 300-400 letters almost every day coming through our office.
I never even thought about that. I bet you do.
And so it's just incredible what the IRS, sends out. And I can just imagine. We know what the letters are, but even when we get a copy of a certified letter that comes here, we kind of go, oh, my God, what is that? And, but we know it. We expect it. It's an everyday routine here. I can only imagine what the everyday taxpayer, when they look and they go, they got a notice in their mailbox that says, come pick up a certified letter from the IRS. It's got to be terrifying. But
Absolutely.
That's why you have us on your side.
For some reason, I always think about you and your company that, you can either pay me now or you can pay me later. And that's really these people who think they can handle it themselves. And I want to talk about that when we come back from break, about people who try to handle it themselves. And I also want to talk about some things that, as a taxpayer, that if you go in against the IRS, it's like David and Goliath. I mean, I would think that.
Exactly.
So
remember, they're the largest collection agency probably in the world.
Well, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about that. And I also want to talk about these companies that talk about pennies on the dollar, even though you just got one for a quarter of a penny on the dollar. We're going to talk about it again, too. We'll be right back.
If you are having problems with owing the IRS and you don't know what to do, there is a free seminar coming up on November 10th in Boca Raton. We have a company called Taxation Solutions, the leader in tax resolution, holding a free seminar. The seminar will focus on how to resolve your IRS tax problems by yourself. There is limited seating available to this free seminar put on by Taxation Solutions. Call them today to reserve your seat at 877-966-2477. Again, this is a free seminar on tax resolution and how to go up against the IRS by yourself to resolve your tax problems. The free seminar will take place at Boca Point Center, 6909 Southwest 18th Street, number 301A. That's at 18th and Powerline on November 10th at 7 p.m. Call 877-966-2477 to make your reservations.
And we're back. We just ran an old commercial. I don't know how that got in there, but it was an old commercial. When you do seminars around the country, don't you?
Last year in November, we were there in Boca Raton doing that seminar that you just advertised
That's right.
for.
And do you do that in Houston also, your seminars?
We do a few of them here in Houston. We do a couple around the country every now and then. It's hard to get a group of people together that all have tax problems, and people are embarrassed about having that problem and having tax, as an issue.
I can definitely imagine that. So I see these ads in the paper, these pennies on the dollar. I had a client who owed $30 million, and I got him off for $3.52. Please tell people about that, Barry.
Well, we don't advertise that at all.
I know you don't.
We will advertise, we'll work with people, and we will find them their best solution possible. The companies that will go out there and promise pennies on a dollar, and you hear it on the radio, you hear it different places. Most of those people are reselling those leads to other enrolled agents and other tax relief companies out there that hire them to do that. But it's not a guarantee. Just because you sign with one of those companies, they're not going to get you on pennies on a dollar. Their contracts and everything else says that, hey, we're going to do a solution, or we're going to try to do this offering compromise for pennies on a dollar. But you've got to do it right, and you've got to qualify. Every one of our clients that call in here on any ad that we run, we talk about providing them the best solution and keeping the IRS off your back. What we do is sit down and go through a free consultation when you call, and we analyze your situation, and we come up to what we see as a potential solution for you. It could be a very, very low settlement, like we talked about when we started the show. It could be maybe.
What were those numbers again, Barry?
Locally, it's 786-600-4351.
Well, actually, I was talking about the amount you just settled on.
Oh.
That was mind-boggling. How much was that again?
Those numbers, it $1.5 million for $22,000.
And the client still wasn't happy with
Still
that.
not happy. He wants us to reduce it further. Which we're working on, and hey, we're happy to do for the client because we do think we can get it down further, but we've got that accepted in the meantime. But what we're going to do is everybody's situation's different. We don't take every client. Every client's got to go through our free consultation. They've got to go through an analysis with us, and we want you to be truthful. We want you to tell us everything that we're asking so that we can come up with the best solution, a preliminary solution for you as we go down the road. Now, if we find situations change, we find there's things we can do with you to get you to lower that solution down. So maybe, we can take your $100,000 debt and settle it for, maybe $300 as we did for a retired teacher. Or maybe, it's just we've got to do an installment plan for you. And then we can find a way to lower the payments on that installment plan by doing certain things. So if you're willing to work with us and you're willing to do the things we ask you to do, we can get you to some low settlements or low payment plans.
Barry, I tell you, one of the reasons I am so impressed with your company, Barry it's been almost a year now, it was one of our first shows that we did. We were really afraid about doing the show because when we went online and looked up these so-called national companies, Barry, there was some bad stuff out there on these people. And when we hooked up with Taxation Solutions, and we did our due diligence, listen, no one's perfect, but you guys are sure close to it, and I would trust you with everything Just you go ahead and do it, bro. But that's, I mean, and as long as you've been on with us, and Barry, you're on in, of course, other cities, we have never gotten one negative email on Taxation Solutions. So I'm just trying to tell people that this is a company that you could put all your trust in and not ever have to worry again.
One of the big things that we do is try to stay in communication with every one of our clients. And I have a policy where my enrolled agents, my tax attorneys, and any assistants working for those people, we need to stay in contact at least once or twice a month with every one of our clients. We stay on top of their cases. We stay in touch with the IRS as needed. There's sometimes we try to delay it out for good reasons, that we need to get past a certain date with the IRS so that we can move forward in the right direction. But we communicate that to our clients. We tell them what's going on. If a client doesn't know what's happening, that's a client that is even more scared of the IRS and what the IRS is doing than if we've explained things to our clients. It helps clear the air, and it helps move things around along the right way so that we can get these clients these settlements, like we've done for other people.
Now, you work with businesses too, not just individuals.
Oh, yeah. Businesses have some very major problems. Most of those problems are payroll taxes, not paying the 941 taxes, and those are some of the worst taxes that our clients can avoid paying because the penalties are so high. But in this day and age, the kind of economy that we've got running out here, small business owners look at it and go, hey, I got to make payroll this week. All I can do is afford to pay my staff, but I can't afford to pay the taxes because I've got to pay this bill or that bill. Well, it doesn't work very easily, and it doesn't work very well because the taxes that the IRS throws on top of those 941s is incredible. And then if you don't pay them, maybe you close the business or go out of business, those taxes become due by the business owner or the person that signs on the checks. So you can be held personally liable for those taxes.
So people should, especially people. Now, what about these independent contractors that work for companies? Now,
those independent contractors are going to have those self-employment taxes on their 1040s. And we always get the question, hey, what causes the problem for most of our clients? Well, most of the clients are self-employed, and those clients didn't pay their self-employment taxes, didn't make estimates as they were going through their first year of business. And just imagine you finished doing your tax return, and maybe you made some decent money, but you've spent it keeping your household running and everything, or spent it on some fixed assets for the next year in the business, and you need it for cash flow, and you owe $10,000, oh my gosh, that's a big number to come up with on April 15th.
Absolutely.
And so you don't pay it, and you let it roll to next year. And then that snowball effect, and now you're at $20 or $30 or $40 or $50,000 that you owe.
It's now again. Once they hire you, they don't have to talk to the IRS again.
Nope. The only person they got to talk to is the people on my staff. They'll talk to their enrolled agent. They'll talk to their tax attorney. They'll talk to me. They'll talk to other people on my staff, but they never have to talk to the IRS.
What are some of
the ask them to do is give them our phone number and give them your enrolled agent or tax attorney's name, and that is it.
I want to get in this. What is some of the misconceptions about the IRS audits?
The biggest one is the IRS is your friend. My auditor is helping me out. Sure he is.
God. I mean, you've probably heard it all. So
yes. This guy was being really nice to me. He was helping me along the way and showing me what I did wrong.
Yeah.
And then he hit me with a $50,000 bill. Why? Well, you gave him information and you didn't give him support, and he kind of asked for it, but you told him a couple different things that conflicted, and he went ahead and said none of it's allowed, right? Yeah, that's the way it worked. They're there to collect your money. They're there to get money for the government. not to give you money, not to help you. They're not your friend.
They're not very friendly either, are they? Some of these guys might act like they're your buddy, but I've had friends of mine that got audited and they owed some money, and wow, the IRS, these people are not nice at all.
They can get very rude. They can get very obnoxious. We've seen them be very, very nice in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, it's, night and day, and they turn on you. And, again, what it's about is the money. They try to get as much money out of everybody they possibly can. They think small business owners across the country, if they're filing a Schedule C, is cheating on their taxes. And that's what they truly believe. And that's why you need somebody to go in there for you. Now, when we handle IRS audits, we're the representative, meaning we get to go before that IRS auditor. You never see them. You don't have to deal with them. You get us the information, and we take care of everything from there.
That alone's a relief.
It takes the stress out of an audit for the most part. You still got to worry whether or not you've got all the information, but you're providing it to us, and we're going to help you put it in the best light.
Well, listen, if you have a tax problem and you're trying to figure out what to do about it, we just gave you all the answers. You call Taxation Solutions, and either Barry or his great staff will get on this, but the most important thing is they're going to take all the worries away. I mean, I'm not saying you're not going to owe any money, but at least you got a fighting chance when you've got Taxation Solutions, right, Barry?
Exactly, and we're going to take the stress out of it. You don't have to deal with the IRS. We do all that. We take all that stress on for you and get you to sleep easy. Sooner or later, get you back on your feet and not worrying about the IRS, and let everything go.
Yeah, put it all on Barry's shoulders, because he beats his kids anyway. I mean, the worst father I've ever seen. I mean, just put it all on him. No, this is a guy who's a family man. He knows what he's doing, and listen, there's other companies out there, but this one that you can trust. Give him your phone number one more time, Barry.
They're locally right there in Miami area, 786-600-4351.
I very rarely say this. All the shows we do, I very rarely say this. I love you guys. I mean, I love you guys. I love what you do. I love what you stand for. And we are so blessed here to have you as part of the show.
Thank you very much. We definitely appreciate it. And, we'll help everybody's friends, families, and as I said in Orlando, we'll even help your enemies. You just got to give them our number at 786-600-4351, and we will take good care of you.
Barry, thank you again. We will be talking to you soon.
Thank you, Steve.
Take care, bro. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that was Barry Fowler. He's the president, the founder of Taxation Solutions. We're going to go to break now. When we come back, we're going to talk about home care with assisting hands. We'll be right back.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more? Is the IRS